In Matthew chapter 12, from verse 34 and 35, please give it to us. Matthew 12, 34 and 35. Jesus is rebuking the people now, and he says, "O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things?" He's taking it a step further now to help us understand that while it is true that your speaking is what creates, controls, and manages your spiritual climate, there is something about your state and your speaking. Your being is where your speaking comes from. Are we together now? It says, "O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good?" That means if you are evil, you will speak evil. If you are good, you will speak good. Your speaking will always be a reflection of your nature. Being evil, speak good things. For out of the abundance of the heart, Jesus is teaching us now how words are framed and formed before spoken. Out of the abundance of the heart, he says, the mouth speaketh. That means the mouth does not speak until the heart is full. When the heart is empty, the mouth cannot speak. But when the heart is full, inevitably, the mouth will begin to speak. 35. It says, a good man. Who is that man? A good man. Out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth what? So, good man, good heart, good things. Then he says, an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. Please, I want you to follow very carefully. There are many believers who, when they teach about speakings and the power of words as a dominion principle, they do not focus on the heart condition. They just say, change your confession and don't speak negatively. And while that is sincere, the Bible tells us that as powerful as your mouth is, your body is a slave to your mouth, while your mouth is a slave to your heart. So the most powerful part of you is your heart. Your heart controls your mouth, and your mouth controls your body. So when the devil wants to destroy your body, he does not just focus on your mouth first. He goes to your heart. Are we together now? And plants seeds of fear, seeds of defeat, seeds of death, seeds of mediocrity, seeds of limitation. From the abundance of that heart, the mouth will start programming a spiritual climate that has a physical implication. Job said, the thing that I feared has come upon me. It started with his heart, then to his confession. The wife looked at him and said, why don't you curse God and die? Her mouth was only a revelation of what was in her heart. So when you look at your wife or your husband and say you are a stupid and useless man, the problem is not what you said, and the answer is not sorry. The answer is transformation. Are we together? Because sorry can be a borrowed word that you can use. The real problem is that speaking, when you look at your son and say you are a useless boy, you will never become anything, you are a foolish girl, you are a prostitute. And many people, Africa, we are victims of these kinds of things. People become angry and they speak and program destruction over their children, over their subordinates, over the people around them, and they wonder why the continent remains the way it is. Israel is a place that is in a desert, and yet in that desert everything grows because they understand the power of speakings. You get there, the first thing you hear is shalom, the peace of God rests upon you. The children have been trained. In other religions of the world, even before a little child starts going into the regular schools, with any kind of means, and by all means, they program certain things into their hearts first. Hallelujah. Most believers have not been trained to understand the power and the value of words. And the key is not to mechanically speak well. Please look up. This is what I want to correct. You do not speak well just by intention. Your speaking is a product of your heart condition and your state. So you find people who carry a semblance of being cautious. Bless you, good morning, and then the moment something pushes you, your heart pushes away your brain and brings out what is really there. Don't talk to me or just because I'm in Koinonia here, you don't know who I am. Go and ask those who know me. And then people become like wild animals, and later you go back and then you say, sorry, it will not happen again. And your heart says you are joking. Are we together? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. It says a good man out of the good treasure of his heart. That means the man is not good, he is good because of the state of his heart. People are not evil because of what they do. People are evil because of who they are. An evil man, even if an evil man speaks good, is still an evil man. Eventually the heart will betray him.